10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, this is David Craig from Scottsburg Middle School, and I'm actually on location today from Scottsburg Middle School with my lucky t-shirt on, and we're ready for another edition of Scott2ubeJr. I'm supposed to start out the show with this day, this week in history, and in 1948 on this date, a guy named David Ben-Gurion established the country of Israel, and it's been important throughout the rest of history so far, so we'll see what happens. Everybody stay safe. I'm going to send this off to our next segment.
All right, Scott2ubeJr fans, here are your entries for this week's Fave Family Activity.
Ready, set, pull the lever, push up. Good job.
Scott2ubeJr family, we are excited to bring you a new challenge this week. So what we want your family to do is submit a picture of you doing your favorite summertime activity. Maybe it's a picture of your family swimming together. Maybe it's a picture of your family at the beach. Maybe it's a picture of your family at an amusement park. Whatever your family enjoys doing in the summer, please submit your videos to Mrs. Koppel or use the hashtag on social media below. We can't wait to see what you submit.
It's Mrs. Cazares from Vienna, Finley, and I'm back again this week with another science experiment. This week's only takes 3 items and is super short, so let's get to it. All that you will need this week is a dry erase marker, a glass plate, and water. You will take your dry erase marker and draw something on your plate. I'm just going to draw a stick figure. But I've seen where people have done spiders and hearts, all sorts of different things. Whatever you want to draw, as long as it's all connected. Now I'm going to begin pouring my water. And watch what happens to my drawing. make sure you do it slow. If you do it too fast, then your picture will fall apart. So as you can see, my drawing has disconnected from the plate and is floating in the water. So why did that work? Well, it's because a strong buoyancy force overcame the stickiness of my stick figure, or whatever doodle is on the plate, and caused it to float.
Hi Scott2 family, I'm Mrs. Bannister. I'm a first grade teacher at Vienna Finley, and this is Claire, my daughter. She's a third grader at Vienna Finley, and today we're going to have some fun making a cool summer treat that you can do yourself or with just a little bit of help from your parents with things you probably already have in your kitchen. Claire, what are we making?
Ice cream in a bag.
Ice cream in a bag. So Claire, what's our first ingredient?
We have half a cup of half and half.
Half a cup of half and half. Now, here's a little trick. We did not have half and half in our refrigerator, did we?
Mm-mm.
So since we're trying to limit when we go to the store and stuff, we made our own half and half. So half and half is actually just 1 part milk, 1 part heavy whipping cream. We had both of those in our refrigerator, so we made our own. But it takes a half a cup of half and half. So we mixed that together and measured out a half a cup. What else do we need, Claire?
We have like a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay, just a little bit of vanilla. Go ahead and dump it in. Okay, so we have a teaspoon of vanilla.
A tablespoon of sugar.
Tablespoon of sugar. We already measured that out too. And now we're just going to mix it together in this small bowl. Now this will make about 1 serving. Unless you just don't like ice cream, you might be able to share that. But for me, that would be 1 serving probably. So what you're going to do next after you have it all mixed up is you're going to take 2 baggies. You're going to take a sandwich size bag and a gallon size bag. So first you're going to dump your ingredients into your sandwich size bag. Good. So you'll see like this doesn't even fill up the sandwich size bag. You could double this recipe if you wanted to make more, but this will make about a serving. So we're going to make sure we get all the air out of it. We're going to press it tight and zip it up. Make sure it's zipped up because you don't want a mess on your hands. Now, just to ensure we don't have a mess on our hands when this is all done or during the process, we're going to put this inside of the gallon size baggie just to protect it. And if it does start to leak or something, it'll be protected. Now, we are going to figure out how to freeze this. So here I have a baggie of ice. I just got this out of my freezer. And what do we have here?
Salt.
Not just any salt. This is kosher salt. So it's like, it's not as fine as table salt. You'll need this to help get the ice to react, the coldness of the ice to react to this and help freeze it. So how much of that did we have? We have about a cup on the floor. Just kidding. So we had half a cup of kosher salt. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay, you're going to mix it just a little bit. Make sure the ice is coated a little bit. And then you're going to put the baggie down inside this bag. Now you're going to do, it's going to take a while to get this to freeze. You have to do a little work. So Claire, it's very loud. So you might want to go outside to do this.
This is a demonstration on how you smush it.
So you're going to smush it for 7 to 10 minutes probably. But you don't have to sit here and watch this for 7 to 10 minutes because we have one already made. Claire, go grab it out of the freezer. It'll go a little faster if you stick it in the freezer after 7 to 10 minutes, but it's not required. You can just smush it for longer, but at this point, it's not completely frozen yet. We just put it in a few minutes ago, but it's definitely starting to firm up and have the texture of ice cream. This would be a good time to put your mix-ins in it if you wanted Oreos or cookie dough. We're just gonna have it like this as is. You can see, can you zoom in? You can see that it's starting to come together like ice cream. It would probably just need a few more minutes in the freezer, but you could take your spoon and just start eating it right like this. Claire's gonna try, she's gonna stick her finger in. How's it taste? Like homemade ice cream, right? All right, so we hope you enjoyed our recipe. Check back, we might come up with more. So see you soon.
Hey guys, I'm Miss Cruz and I'm the choir teacher. Usually you guys see me singing, la 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 la, but today I wanted to show you guys something else that I really love to do, which is gardening. Side note, this is my first time gardening. So I will show you some things that I have learned through gardening. A lot of the gardening in here was actually brought up through seeding, and what I found was it's really hard to do, but not impossible. So here is the first one that I planted. This was a cucumber. Yes, I know I killed it. Oops. But when you get seeds, which you can get from anywhere, you can get from Walmart, you can get from anywhere pretty much, you can grab some seeds. You're gonna put them in these little pods and you're gonna let them go inside for about 2 weeks, and then you can plant them in the ground. The issue why this did not survive is because we had a frost, and when you have frost in plants, if you don't cover them, they will probably die. Look at this plant. This is a tomato plant. This one we did cover. Look at it! It's alive! If you overwater it, a plant, or underwater it, it's not going to be your best friend. So you really got to feel around the soil and feel if it's like moist, and you want it to be moist as possible. Rain is your best friend. So yeah. You also want to plant your plants a little bit far apart, because when they get bigger, they might actually grow and connect into each other. And so you can have things like a zucchini and a cucumber in one vegetable, which sounds actually pretty cool, but you just want to make sure that they're pretty far apart. So here is my red bell pepper. They're about 3 feet apart, and same thing with my mammoth jalapenos. These ones are surviving. Look at me planting. How do you protect your veggies? Let me show you. Do you see this green fence looking thingy here? You can buy that anywhere, or you can just take some string from your house and you just wrap it around some poles, some stakes, and that keeps animals out, smaller animals. So it'll keep out like squirrels and chipmunks, as long as they can't fit through the holes, and that kind of helps them not eat up your plant. Side note, deer are going to love your plants, so watch out for that. Make sure that your plants are in somewhere that it can get plenty of sun. You want to make sure that for these plants, it says on the back of the card that I bought them at, because I bought these ones, the other ones that I seeded died, sorry. But if you look at the back of these, it tells you how long your plant wants to be in the sun. So mine are actually 6 to 8 hours. So I found a really good place that gets sun for 6 to 8 hours. And then if you do it all right, like you let sun happen and you let rain happen, it's not terribly complicated, then you'll get these little thingy things, these little flowery buds. Those are tomatoes! And if you wait long enough and you're patient enough and you do all the things like letting sun happen and rain happen, your red pepper plant will give you a red pepper. Just kidding, I totally bought that from Walmart. But seriously, it will actually grow vegetables, and it is very good and very soothing and very calming if you would like to start a vegetable garden. So thank you for listening to this segment of Gardening with Ruth.
Hey, it's Mrs. Cazares, and I'm here just to tell you how proud I am of all of you. You are doing such a great job, and the end is in sight. So keep up the hard work. You've got this.